Hello everybody, this is David Ben 85 AOR Slipstream. This is the F8 Season 14 Monaco Grand Prix, the most anticipated race of the calendar. I'm really looking forward to this one, putting some good hours and many practice sessions ready for this. Not been too good at this track, if I'm honest, in the past, so that's the reason for putting in the hours. Get used to the track, get used to the driving conditions, not used to driving on a wheel or without any assist, so going out in Monaco with limited experience of racing without the assists on was going to be interesting, so yeah, let's see how we get on. So we're on an out lap now. We've already set a time of 1:14.4, so we're 3/10 up on our previous lap time. So really need to put in a good stint this lap, particularly with the guys we got around us. So I think we come here. We hit pole 1:13.7, reasonable time. But I knew I'd have to go quicker. The track's definitely going to get a lot faster as the session goes on, and the likes of McQuiz, Washi, Zek and Denzamo definitely, and particularly Boniface, definitely going to come bearing down on us towards the end of the session. So I think just at this point we decided to pit in, put some fresh tyres on and get back out sort of the last couple of minutes of the race. So you can see at this point, just under 2.5 minutes to go now of the session, we're currently in P4. At this point of the qualifying session, we'd had multiple pole sitters. You'd had Zek at one point, Boniface, Washi, McQuiz, and myself. So it was coming through the last couple of corners. Quickly on the power, open the DRS, was going as fast as I could, just praying this was going to be good enough. And we're there with a 1:13.4, but Washi was flying through that last sector. And at that point, I thought the session was kind of over with. And then Washi comes through to ruin my day. That was going to be my first pole in AOR, but unfortunately it wasn't to be this time. Washi with a cracking lap there with a 1:12.8. So that's us, Monaco Grand Prix P2. So here we are, Monaco Grand Prix. I'm so nervous at this point. We get off to a good start, which is quite surprising as I've binned it twice, maybe three times in the past. Really conservative go in turn one. I just want to keep it nice and clean. Didn't want to over rev it, do anything stupid, and just keep as close as I can to Washi and maintain a good speed for the rest of the race. So you can see now, lap 3, we're still keeping some good pace with Washi. Nice little gap behind us to Zek. Kind of felt that I needed to get past Washi at this point. I felt I had a little bit more pace and speed around here. We make slight contact there. Luckily there's no damage to either of us. Coming through the tunnels again, I tried another little outside move. Didn't work. He places that car very well. Coming down into chicane again, nowhere for me to really go, so I thought I'd just bide my time and wait to see what happens. Particularly coming through Raskas, I know I can get a good exit out of there, so I thought if I can get close enough, activate the DRS, get early on the power, open up the DRS, use his slipstream, and hopefully make a move on the straight, which is really difficult to do around here, but luckily for me it paid off. As you can see, we're catching Washi with his slipstream. Outside manoeuvre, had on the brakes down into third, slight little lockup, but luckily he gave me a little bit of room to pull that off. But at this point I got a little bit too excited, bounced off the barriers, damaged my wing. absolute disaster at this point. It really felt that had I got away, he wouldn't have caught me. But look, that's Monaco's. It's not meant to be. So decided not to change the wing at this point. Just wanted to manage my pace, see how I could get on, and see what would happen really. And hopefully, you know, change the tyres and not have to change the wing. It's really difficult to pass around here, so just thought if I could manage the gap, position the car, then that would be my race. So here we are, lap 13. I was losing valuable time to Washi. Just couldn't control the car properly, kept locking up, so decided to come in to change the wing. But you'll notice my wing is still sat in the rack. They did not change my wing, and at this point I was really confused. But where I'd tried to continue on earlier in the race, I turned my repair wing damage off. So when I came in, they didn't change it. So it was a case of me coming back in to change the wing at the end of this lap. So here we are, lap 14 again, back in to change the wing and try and salvage the race. We're down in P3 at the moment. Can't remember who was in P1 at this point in time. But you know, wing's going on. We've got a bit of an opportunity now to try and catch up with Washi, although I believe I was about 26 seconds behind him at this point. So it was really tall order. But I knew my pace was really good around here. So I thought, you know, still 20 odd laps to go. I felt like I'd really put down the pace, just be consistent. I thought we'd catch him towards the end of the race. So here we are, lap 25. We've now caught up with Clean Bandit again and IEJ. At this point, really pushing, trying to gain as much time as I could, and didn't really want to be impeded by some of the back markers, but thankfully IEJ slowed down a little, let me pass onto the chicanes towards the back, and just really pushing as hard as I could at this point. Wanted to be able to put in the good lap times. I think we were 13 seconds behind Washi now, so again that's significantly come down from previous. And I wanted to be in a position where towards the end of the Grand Prix, you know, we were going to have a real good duel with Washi, and give the fans what they want to see. So lap 36, any hope of me catching Washi all but gone. 15-16 seconds ahead now. We'd had an instant 5 laps before. Oh look, it's Clean Bandit again. Good driving etiquette there by him though, so thank you for that. But yeah, there's no chances catching Washi. We'd lack of concentration in turn 1 and almost totaled the car and hit the barriers. So that, you know, 15 seconds behind Washi. The race is all his now, so at this point it was just a matter of me just managing the pace, trying to not do anything stupid, control my pace, and just bring the car home safely at this point. So here we are, final lap, catching one of the back markers, Denzamo, who, you know, he lets me out the way. So again, great etiquette from all during this race. But overall, I'm relatively happy with the outcome of the race, considering the wing damage. I think consistency has been my problem this season. So if we can, take this momentum now, move forward onto Canada, and hopefully replicate the same sort of performance as we did in Monaco. But there we are. Congratulations to Washi. What a fantastic, race. Real consistent throughout the day, and we come home to take P2. Really over the moon with that. It's my first podium of AOR season 14, and hopefully more to come. And we will see you the next season 14 AOR race in Canada.